Hey, you guys, I wanted to come on here and read this article by CNN that was sent to me by one of my subscribers. And even before I was sent this story, I did see this trending on Twitter. And let me just say this. My purpose for creating this channel was not just to address topics like colorism and politics, but this platform also acts as a direct form of advocacy for Black women because I believe Malcolm X when he said the most disrespected person in America is a Black woman. So I protect them at all costs without hesitation. I want to ask you a question. Why is it that everything our ancestors said, we refuse to listen? I want to know because it seems like in our community, we disregard the wisdom left to us by our ancestors. And after generations, centuries, history itself, we find ourselves in compromising situations time and time again. And because of our repudiation, we continuously repeat the mistakes of the past. Now, Trash Lane shooting Megan Thee Stallion is not the only problem I've been noticing. I've been seeing all over various social media platforms Black men's response to Megan shooting, and it's filled with so much degeneracy and irrationality that it makes my head hurt. I really don't understand what's wrong with some of us because while I did see a very small fraction of Black men actually acknowledging that Megan Thee Stallion is the victim, I saw a large percentage of Black men actually accepting and co-signing this or making light of the situation. And I even saw comments talking about her being a man, which again is just outright ridiculous. I mean, this is clearly a Black woman. The infuriating hypocrisy and double standard rings true that when it's a melanin deficient woman, Black men will give every excuse possible that those women are innocent, yet somehow Black women don't get that benefit from their own men. Or even if it's a Black man that's accused of something that catches national attention, then Black men are at the forefront co-signing some reprobate action or conduct that he's done. And again, I have to come on here and call out this faction of Black men for trying to show anything other than sympathy and support and creating this environment of worship to basically assuage the wrongdoing of Black men harming Black women unjustly. My subscriber even sent me a post from Megan's Instagram because apparently she had taken a picture of her foot from the injury, which to me she shouldn't have proved anything to anyone. And I don't understand the warped mentality that some of us are in possession of when we can't allow Black women to be docile feminine. Place so much emphasis on the fact that Black women can never be victims. These contrasting principles that are expressed in social spaces is never something I see in other communities of people. Generally, when other women are going through strife or turmoil, that entire community embraces the struggle that person is going through, unless it's something of the utmost unforgivable action. But even then, that person still receives support. And it's like in our community, we start talking about this whole code thing where Megan didn't stay on code. And it's like, stop with the nonsense. If you watch 48 Hours, the first ones to snitch to save their own behinds is Black men. So miss me with that BS. And from my past video, you should already know that that block button is ready and handy, so I don't have a problem getting rid of you for disrespectful and discourteous comments. Megan doesn't have any of her parents to help her through this very traumatizing time, and you have us bashing her down even more. It's a no wonder other races of people don't have a problem disrespecting us because we have no form of respect amongst ourselves. And I even saw where Trey Songz let some nasty woman from another race call him the N-word, and it's like, what is really wrong with our community? To call it an abnormality at this point is an understatement, and I become frantic when dysfunction becomes normalized within our culture because then behaviors such as Trash Lanes causing harm to Megan will be nothing more than she should have chose better or mitigating the impact of what Trash Lanes did, making it seem minuscule. Then you have an entire generation of Black men not respecting Black women while simultaneously uplifting other races of women. And my thoughts turn to the ancestors wondering how disappointed they are in our comportment, probably just turning in their graves literally in dismay because of how we are destroying each other right before their eyes. And it makes me beyond upset and furious at Black men for these actions because when you look at the depravity that some of us engage in, we become the oppressors without the power. But the vitriol and contempt we project on the Black woman is just the same. How can some of you even have the nerve to preach all this pro-Black, Black empowerment, Blackly Black talk, and then not advocate for the women who nurture you, give birth to you, and have love for you, even though collectively that love is unrequited, which is sad and pathetic? You want to know why other races look down at you with such condescension? Look at the way you treat your own women. If you have no loyalty to them, then you have loyalty to no one. You and your community open and vulnerable to attacks from other races of people. The fact that Trash Lanes felt the need to do this is highly unacceptable. I don't care what type of dissension occurred that led up to this, there was no reason for it. I mean, I just don't get it. Why not just leave and walk away? Nothing warranted this level of response to where it escalated a shooting at her. You cannot be serious. Now, before I get into this article, I have some things that I really need to unpack. And I just want to say this. Why are we not listening to black women when they tell us something is wrong? Why didn't we listen to Jennifer Williams when she told us about the psychopathic tendencies of Tim Norman and his burgeoning hips? Why didn't we listen to Keke Palmer when she told us about Trey Songz and sexual intimidation for his music video? All of these instances and more in the fabric of our community just seems like a substantially large amount of immorality is wrapped around us. Like it's normal for us to engage in socially impaired conduct. But let me get into this article. And if you guys haven't already guessed it, this video will be long because we have a lot to unpack and a lot that needs to be discussed. We need to start addressing these actions when they materialize. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article by CNN. It starts off by saying Megan Thee Stallion has publicly accused Canadian rapper and singer Tory Lanez of shooting her in the feet after an argument last month. The rapper shared the allegation Thursday during an Instagram Live on her verified account. You shot me, she said, addressing Lanes in her video. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying. And stop lying. Why lie? I don't understand. Megan Thee Stallion on Wednesday also posted, then deleted, a graphic photo of her wound. CNN has reached out for a response to reps for Lanes and to reps for Megan Thee Stallion for additional comment. CNN asked Lanes' publicist specifically about the allegation by Megan Thee Stallion that she has been lying. It's typical, and I'm not surprised that he's lying about this whole fiasco. And to me, I've always seen Trash Lanes as someone with duplicitous and hidden motives. I don't know why, but I get very narcissistic and egotistical vibes from him, which speaks volumes considering how short he is. So you have this little boy in his pretentious ways trying to pull a publicity stunt last year in an effort to combat colorism, but he was called out because it was all a lie. He did that to try and pander to black women. So I never did rock with him, nor did I know who he was prior to that, but one would think he would try and practice some humility given his diminutive stature. And I'm just wilding right now, y'all, but I don't care about him. My main concern is for Megan Thee Stallion because she's the one that suffered the most from this. So again, if you don't like it, too bad. But let me get back to this. So it says Lanes, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, was arrested and charged at the time with possession of a concealed weapon, but has not been charged in connection with the alleged shooting. He has not commented publicly on Megan Thee Stallion's allegations. The investigation is ongoing. Los Angeles District Attorney's Office spokesperson Ricardo Santiago told CNN on Friday. On July 24th, our office asked law enforcement for further investigation before making a filing decision on a charge of felony assault with a semi-automatic firearm, personal use of a firearm against Daystar Peterson. I recall coming across some comments on social media, and I had the same thought. I'm trying to figure out why this short boy hasn't been charged. Because first off, you're not even a resident of this country. Like I said, that's why I'm thinking, why doesn't this boy practice some type of modesty and self-effacement? But this also unpacks another conversation. While I understand that investigations can take time for a variety of reasons, I can't help but think that if this was a cave woman, the investigation wouldn't be taking this long. So it speaks to the ethics upheld by society as a whole, how they are complicit in the negligent and unsympathetic treatment towards black women. And I don't know if you guys paid attention to the way the media navigated, but even in the case of Breonna Taylor, her case wasn't really getting the attention and notoriety until George Floyd's murder occurred. So even in death, it seems like black women are not even afforded the respect and courtesy unless a black man is thrown into the mix as well. And we can't evade this fact. I remember some people were discussing it when it initially happened, but the magnitude of her case didn't increase until George's murder gained international and media attention, which seemed to, in essence, propel her case. But let's just go ahead and continue reading this. So it says Los Angeles Police Department spokesman Officer Cooper told CNN on Friday, at this point, I have not received any new information from the officers regarding the investigation. The incident has been buzzed about for weeks, with Megan Thee Stallion on social media talking about the super scary shooting and thanking her fans for their support. But until Thursday, the artist, who is enjoying chart-topping success with fellow rapper Cardi B for their single WAP, had not named the person she says shot her. The Savage star explained she was in a car in a Los Angeles neighborhood in July with a friend, Lanes, and a member of his security team when an argument ensued. Megan Thee Stallion alleged she had gotten out of the car and started walking since they were not far from the house where she was staying when Lanes shot her. Let me just pause here for a moment. No one expects the police to find any new information. I mean, their purpose is pretty much to waste time and money and kill people, so they were really of no help anyway. But I feel sorry for Megan because I can't imagine not just the physical pain, but the psychological pain. I can't fathom what it's like to do the simple things like get into a car and wonder if that situation might replay itself every time I got into a car. And that kind of crosses over into the Black mental health conversation. So I'll probably save that for a future video. But this is why I always make sure to advocate for Black women, because when so many people turn their backs to their plight, I want Black women to know that there's a very small group of us out here condemning the actions of these Black men. I've gotten into plenty of back and forth with not just white men, but Black men too, about how certain actions are unfavorable and superfluous. They normally can't do anything past using ad hominems and attacking me with insults because they know they can't debate me with facts. But I am more than cognizant of the pervasive agenda to discredit Black women at every turn. And I even posted a status in my community tab about how a Black woman's testimony of an event or person is never taken seriously until the situation metastasizes and becomes more blatantly obvious. I'm going to leave the link to this article in the description box because I want to show you guys this video, and it's Megan's revelation of what happened to her. And I admire Megan for divulging this because in the video, she talks about how she did it to protect him. But because of the state of our community right now, I really don't think Black men are deserving of Black women's respect on a collective level, especially with situations like this going on.
Just cool woman. Like, I don't be with nobody. I don't do nothing to nobody. But y'all really dragging it. Like, I tried to just be cool, stay out the way, because at the end of the day, I'm really a real, like, I'm from Houston, I'm from the South Side. It ain't like oh, let me go run and tell my business to the internet, let me go run and tell my business to the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been that type of person. Like, but I'm not gonna let y'all keep playing in my face. So, since y'all so worried about it, yes, Corey shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying, and stop lying. Why lie? I don't understand. I tried to keep the situation off the internet, but you dragging it. You really dragging it. I never hit you. It was like, oh, she mad because he was trying to fuck with Kylie. No, I wasn't. Like, you dry shot me. Like, everybody in the car, it's only 4 men in the car. Me, you, my homegirl, and your security. Everybody in the car arguing. I'm in the front seat, in the back seat. I get out the car, I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. From out the back seat of the car, start shooting me. You shot me. I ain't get cut by no glass, but let me tell you why they saying that. When the police, because the people in the neighborhood, there's a witness. When the police came, because the neighbors called the police, this did not happen at Kylie's house. This happened damn near back at the house I was staying at. I was just trying to get home. We was 5 minutes away from my spot. The police come. I'm scared. All going on with the police. Soon as the police tell us all get out the car, the police is really aggressive. I didn't tell the police what happened immediately right then because I didn't want to die. Did I pay a helicopter to come over me and record my feet leaking blood? No. I didn't tell the police nothing because I didn't want us to get in no more trouble than what we was already about to get in. I get to the hospital. The doctors do x-rays on my feet. Oh, ma'am, you got bullets in your feet, got bullet fragments in your other foot. I'm thinking the doctors is the police, so I'm still trying not to tell them, like, nah, I didn't know I got shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared. Like, I've never been shot before. I don't have to lie about that. Why would I lie? You want me to be a bad person so bad, and y'all want to believe the lie before you believe the truth. Stop trying to come on the internet acting like a black woman, a grown-ass black woman, really got any reason to be lying on another grown-ass black man. He not in jail because I didn't tell the laws what happened as soon as it happened, and I should have. I'm smart. I don't have to spare nobody, but I did. And I'm done. Y'all asking where people at? Why ain't nobody saying nothing? Ask them why they not saying nothing. I haven't talked to the same people. Y'all worry about where they at. I don't lie. I don't have.
I want to introduce you all to this amazing new sponsor, Ash Kickin'. They are a Black-owned health and beauty business that specializes in a multitude of potent and formidable products that will help enrich your skincare regimen. They take their time handcrafting some of the products so you know it's authentic and made with love and care. My personal favorites are the body butter and the African black soap. These both help to keep my skin clear and free of acne, and the best part is their health and beauty products are all natural. They also have hair care products unique and specific to our hair texture. Definitely make sure you guys check that out. The best part is every time I order from them, their shipping is fast and reliable, so make sure you guys check out Ash Kickin' at www.ashkickin.com. Follow them on Instagram at ash.kickin. Like their page on Facebook. Make sure to follow them on Twitter at officialashkick, and use my code ChrisMoore1 at checkout to get a discount on your skincare and health products. Ashkickin.com. You guys saw that video, and this, you guys, is intolerable and disgraceful. For the life of me, it does not make any sense that this Black woman had to come out and address this. And I agree with everything she said. She said nothing wrong. Black women largely are unprotected and ignored. They don't get to rest in a community of support because of the constant ostracizing and the cruel spirited criticisms. Like I said, you guys, Black men are not deserving of Black women at this point on a collective scale because we've been showing for so long how we have failed at protecting them. We failed at making sure that they are the standard of beauty in our community because we openly and without remorse project self-loathing onto them and uplift other races of women. So when Black women talk about all of these things, they have very valid points. And I won't contest anything that they say because I see it for myself. I look at our behavior in such discontent that it almost seems unreal. I'm so frustrated with our response to the situation. And honestly, you guys, I have nothing left to say except that it's embarrassing, frustrating, and tiresome the way some Black men destroy not just each other, but even their own women. Trash Lanez needs to be heavily reprimanded for his actions. And I hope Meg continues her success, and so do other Black women, because she and they deserve every bit of it. But you guys know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one.